Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Kane. Sorry, missed a couple of days there. I actually was sick and not feeling very well. Plus, I had a lot going on, so I didn't have any videos up. But I'm back. Today, I'm sharing a camping layout, and this is different than the lake kit because this was not included with the lake kit. But I am going to put whatever's left over in the lake kit. But anyways, let's get on with the layout. So I have a few scraps, I have an entire sticker sheet, and I'm going to actually use a lot of dies to complete this layout. And I will bring in one more mixed media Vicki Boutin pre-made paper for the background paper that I didn't show at the beginning. I wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not, and I decided to use it. So I have a cut apart and a wood grain in this beautiful flower paper. That one actually doesn't get used until the next layout, which will probably be either tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow's layout. I'm going to have one more, and then the rest, like I said, will go into the lake kit, the sticker sheet. I have a layout plan for tomorrow to use almost the entire sticker sheet. So here's the dies. I have grass and clouds, and I have lots of different sizes of clouds, and then some trees. And I have, what, 5 trees also. I do use all 5 trees, and I do use almost all the clouds except for the very large, like, funny looking cloud. Um, I say funny looking because it doesn't really look like a cloud. I would probably cut it differently if I actually use it. Here I'm just using one of the page protectors to kind of get an idea of where I'm going to place my photo and then where I'm going to cut the paper. So I really like the entire design of it, except for the darker blue at the bottom. I cut that off. And the top part I like, but I have to trim it down in order to trim it down to 8.5 by 11. Or in this case, it's actually a landscape layout, so it's 11 by 8.5. But I had 2 of these sheets and I had already used the other one, so I only had the piece you see there, the top part, which was perfect because I'm going to lay it over the top after I trim it down, and then I'll re-have the top part at the top of the layout. And I could have done that with just the one paper, but since I had this one in the scraps, I went ahead and used it. And I'm going to tear it just across the bottom part so that it kind of blends a little bit better. And it also kind of matches at the bottom where she has the darker blue blended in with the lighter blue. So there, I had it a little bit crooked, of course, because I always do. So I'm going to lay it down. And at the top of it, it has embossed gold stars on it. And I kind of like that. So I went ahead and left that, even though this photo is obviously the middle of the day, not at night. But I like stars on layouts. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to put this brown paper at the bottom, and that's actually the only piece of wood grain I actually end up using, besides the little tree stump that I cut out from the wood grain paper. My photo I matted on white cardstock and then used the scrap paper of the checkered paper and matted the photo. I kind of thought the checkered paper matched my dad's flannel jacket that he has on in the photo. And then, so here's the little tree stump, and I want it to go next to the photo. And then this little raccoon is from the sticker sheet, and it's also sitting on a tree stump. So I thought that was kind of cute to put the two together, since it's a big old bear and then a little raccoon, or the bear I'm going to bring in here in a minute. And then it's my dad and my little brother together. So I thought it was kind of cute. And I like cute little critters on layouts when they're outdoors and if they have little kids in them. So figured use it up. This is the grass that I used the die cut to cut. And at first I only I cut 2 of them basically, and then kind of trimmed them apart to use in different places. And basically I cut one of cardstock and then one of the pattern paper, the green polka dot pattern paper. And The cardstock is just from my stash. I end up cutting another strip of grass here in a moment for the other side. At first, I didn't think I was going to need it, but I decided to go ahead and add it in the end. So here I'm just placing down the little grass strips, and I want them to be different levels. So I'm going to layer the first ones behind the stump, and then I'm going to layer one on top of the stump. And it is going over the like dirt, I guess, is the representation of the wood grain at the bottom. And as you can see in the photo, there is grass, like wild grass, and then there's also the dirt path that they're walking on. So I kind of wanted to represent that same thing, but in the photo, or on the layout. So it's kind of trying to make it look like a scenery layout, but at the same time, just kind of highlight the photo. So here's all the little trees that I cut out. And the fatter trees have like, when you die cut them, they're missing their centerpiece. And I can't see it on my screen, but I'm pretty sure you can see it on yours as you're watching the video. They're a lighter color in the middle. So what I did is I backed them with the green cardstock paper. And that's just because I don't like seeing through the trees. Like, because if I would have laid them down without that green behind them, you would have seen the blue behind them. And to me, it just looks weird. I'm not sure how those dyes are supposed to be used. Like, if you're supposed to put the missing pieces back in or what, but that's the way that I've done it. I've used them a couple of times, and I just back them with the matching cardstock, a little lighter shade or a different color altogether, and put it behind them. And I like the way it looks, so that's how I'm gonna do it. Um, Here I'm just adding a little bit of play foam to the side of this tree. I'm gonna lay it next to the photo because I want it to be on the photo, but also on the layout, so it needs a little bit of play foam on it. This other tree is going to go on the right hand side, and it also needs to be popped up. And then the other trees I'm going to lay flat. Um, and I'm going to also move the one of the other trees to the other side by the bear. I already moved one of them. I will move one more. And then this little sign, the camping sticker, it came from the Echo Park sticker book. And then I put it on a stick, but kind of really didn't need to, I guess, because I'm going to end up tucking it in the tree anyways. So I guess it didn't really need to be on the stick. And the clouds, I'm going to sit here and play with for a few minutes. I did speed it up because most of the clouds actually don't stay where I'm showing them at right at the moment. When I glue them all down, you'll see where they end up going. But for right now, I'm just kind of playing, trying to put different sizes, different colors. I did 3 colors. Basically, the lighter blue one is from the leftover of the other sheet that I had of the same background paper. And I die cut those out and then inked up the edges of all of them. But first I did the darker blue, which was the pattern paper, and then the white clouds are just the opposite side of the lighter blue ones. So if I didn't want the lighter blue and I wanted white, I flipped them over. So here I'm adding my photo, and it's already matted down. My sign is there. I'm activating the white acrylic paint that is on my desk so that I can do white splatters. And I was just showing you the edges. I did ink those up with Uncharted Mariner on the white clouds, and then I used Broken China on the blue clouds. And then the navy blue clouds, I used white acrylic ink to make those ones pop a little bit more. And then here I'm just, like I said, adding water to the white acrylic paint so that I can splatter around the layout. And I'm just going to splatter pretty much in little tiny dots. I'm not trying to go too big, and I'm not trying to make them really small. But it kind of helps the darker papers pop a little bit more. So that's definitely why I added the white. Um, Not that, it was snowing. It definitely was not wintertime when we were camping. It was summertime. But um, I don't know. It just looked better. So that's why I added it. And I like the way that it looks in the end. And like I said, it kind of makes everything pop a little bit because the green trees are very dark. That was once again my son coming in to show me something and told him, hold on, let me finish what I'm doing and then I will see what you're trying to show me. So here I'm just again trying to get the white all around, and I think I'm done. I'm gonna wipe it up. I think I'm looking at whatever my son is trying to show me. I didn't know I left that part in, but uh so here I think I'm back. I'm done wiping up my desk and I'm gonna start I added just a little bit of liquid glue behind the trees if they were still sticking up. They will pop back up just because they're not stuck down completely with the ATG. And then my camera stopped working. So here's the finished layout. I do have the title put on, or the rest of the title, and then I added 1982, which was the year, and it says Camping with Daddy Mike, which is my dad, and my little brother, who is not my biological little brother, but is my brother. He grew up with us and he always called my dad Daddy Mike. So that's the reason that I put it on there because that's definitely a reference that he would know if he sees the layout. And here I'm just pointing out what I actually added in the layout, bring it back down and show you the take a hike and explore in a little compass that I added above the photo. So that kind of gives you 3 clusters in a triangle design. So it makes your eyes go around the layout and look at it all. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I will see you with another camping layout for tomorrow. Bye!